Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to an episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. We are continuing our season with the Challenger Series. This is, what is this, our 7th season? I always forget, because it's been a while since I look at it. Doesn't say there. Let's check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is our 7th season in the series. We've had 3 podium finishes so far this season, as well as 1 win. So I'm really hoping we can keep that up. Although the last race that we had, I think the best we got looks like it was 3rd place, unfortunately. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can get something going. I don't know that we're ready to get promoted up to the next level yet. I mean, 7 seasons in the first league is a lot, but don't forget, we are playing on the maximum difficulty possible. We got it on reality settings. And let's see, what else does it say? The reality settings is like the maximum. Let's see, where is it? Does it say here? Controls, game settings. AI driver level is on hard, so that's that. And then we have it on somewhere in here. I don't know if maybe you just can't change it once you've started, I'm guessing, because I don't see it anywhere in here. There's a lot of little bits and bobs here that you can tweak, but yeah, somewhere in here, I guess maybe it's something before you start. But not only are we on AI driver level hard, we're also on maximum reality for the game itself. So we have to take that into account. So I think if we were on normal settings and just the way it is default, we could have gotten out of this league within 3 or 4 seasons. But we're having to take a little bit extra time because it's just harder. So it is what it is. Let's go check our mail real quick. And car conditions only going to take 12 hours. That's all good. Greaves was furious after the race, claiming that you let her tires run down totally. She's begging to make a final pit stop. Like literally, it didn't change the positioning whatsoever. So why does it really matter, my dear? I apologize to her and to our loyal fans. Doesn't change anything. Fine with me. Pit crew. We had one mistake, unfortunately, so we'll have to deal with that here in just a moment. Let's check to see if there's anybody we want to hire. Definitely not. I'm not even going to look at the stats. Not even going to look at the stats. Not because I don't want to get tempted and be like, feel disappointed that, oh my goodness, it was a 20 that, you know, had something good. Still also not good enough. I mean, a couple 13s is great, but I think at this point in the game, we're looking for 15s or higher before we take anybody else. All right. Still 8 days left on the suspension. Let's go ahead and get the car repairs. Oh, that's right. We need to change the pit crew. I meant to go to I was going to that screen for 2 different reasons, and I forgot to actually change them. All right, first off, I'm just going to sub in my zeros for anybody that's high, and then we'll figure out who goes where afterwards. There's a 0.6. Anybody higher than 0.6? No, there's a 0.4. Let's drop you out, and then a 0.3. All right, I think we've got the lowest people up here. Front jack, rear jack. Let's see. I mean, we do need to get some pretty good front jack, rear jack. I mean, those are pretty good. We'll start with those. I mean, I do have some 19s available on the rear jack. But I don't know that... Honestly, I kind of wonder if these being different helps you at all. I mean, if you have a 17 on the front and a 10 on the back, isn't it potentially your weakest link? I don't know. I assume the car gets jacked up on both sides at once. I've never actually looked at it, but it does make a little bit of sense. There's a 19 for fixing. I think we're getting a little bit out of the range of where we need the fixing to be super high. So I'm going to skip those for now. Put 14, 14, 17, 7. That's good. There's a refueling that's 19. That is awesome. And then the 15 is the next highest refueling. And so those 2 are good. That does leave us to really low fixing, but I think that's actually okay because I don't think we're going to be doing anything else with that. Yeah, I think that's fine because I don't think the fixing is something we're going to have to worry about too much. I'm hoping. I guess if we get into this next race and I wish I had the fixing, then we'll know. All right, let's go ahead and continue, get the car fixed so that we can check out what we want to repair and performance improve, etc., etc. Okay, let's see here. Still putting a little bit of reliability into these, mostly on performance though, and I think that is the right move. and we are finishing the last suspension that we're going to use. So we have the 2 best parts there, 2 best parts once we get the suspension there, and then the 2 best parts there. Perfect. And so these are actually going to be done a day before the race. Let's actually even this up pretty closely. Actually, you know what? I actually do want it to finish performance work before. In fact, because the more this gets performance, you know, the better. You know, it's fine. I think we'll just split it up. It's gonna be okay. Because honestly, it's gonna be close enough. We've got 3 offers here, so we can go ahead and check this one. Highest is a 4-star, unfortunately. 3rd or above, 1.2 mil or 1.3 mil bonuses, but both of them also have different upfront. The same race length, though. This one's 4th or above. It's tempting. So let's see here. Just the easiest way to do this would be if we got the bonus every single time. This would be worth an extra $600,000. On top of the 750, that would be 1.35 mil. So this actually is less than this, even if we maxed out every single time. And this is a better upfront payment, so we're guaranteed more of it. So this is definitely the better one. Unless I did the math wrong, which is highly possible, but I think I'm right. So we'll go with that. And get our suspension in here in a moment, and we'll make sure we max out the reliability on that. Layla's birthday. Yeah, I think we can take the morale hit. I mean, again, RP, I would go with giving her a card. From a gameplay standpoint, I think it's okay to take the morale hit because I think that min-maxes things the best. Man, we're paying up so much money. But it is what it is. Guess we're saving money on a reserve driver. I mean, there's really no... Is there any point in having a reserve driver unless we can get some stats that help our other drivers? I mean, I get that occasionally you can have a dodgy neck or something like that, but if you have a dodgy neck and you're going with your reserve driver anyway, if you decide to go that route, you're still not planning on winning much anyway, because unless you're paying a ridiculous amount of money for a really good reserve driver, how good can they possibly be? All right, are we done designing parts? Because I think we don't have... I'm just going to plug 3 things in real quick. Yeah, we don't have that one. And we don't have that. I don't think we have any of these, right? I just want to double check because I could be misremembering. Nope, we're good. We don't have any of the things that it gives up to epic parts. Now, we could redesign a few things to kind of min-max what we do have access to, but honestly, I think we've already got some of the best of the best. This part right here is going to have really good fuel efficiency. And this part right, I mean, we could do another one of these, and that's the other thing we could do, but I think I want to save my money at this point. So we're going to plug this into the reliability, max out the reliability. Doesn't have to be fully maxed out. Let's just, honestly, let's just even these out, because I think this is going to get high enough over the next few days to be usable. And if not, well, then whoops, I made a mistake. But I think it will be. Oh, and we do want to plug in the performance, so actually that will change the calculations a bit. 19 days, that might not get high enough. How many days do we have? 17 days. So in 17 days, we're going to be doing... Oh, we could also swap these around, technically, to get a slightly better performance boost, which actually means I could put more points this way. I don't think it matters. I think it actually ultimately comes out to the same thing. Because if we put more points this way and we're just taking more of his points, it's effectively, I think it comes out to the same. Let's see. This is 4.9. So let's call it 5. I think we're barely above 60 if we do this. So I think we really have to push it towards this way. Let's just play it safe. I mean, the thing I was trying to get away from, I guess there's a few other parts that we can put some reliability. Let's just max it out, get it done, and then we can trickle in the other ones. I think that's going to work out. Trying to play the min-max game here, but probably overthinking it, quite frankly. All right, lots of mail, actually. He wins Sky TT race. So gets better smoothness. That's awesome. And some more marketability. That is great. Driver aids. We'll have to see what that is. Caught speeding. More marketability. Awesome, I guess. 40% chance of rain. Finances. It's incredibly reassuring to be involved with a team that has such a healthy balance sheet. You're welcome. The preview, blah, blah, blah. Vote started. Driver aids allowed. What is driver aids? Have I used driver aids before? Drivers can make use of technological improvements, decreasing the impact of driver skill, which will not benefit teams with good drivers. I think I'm actually going to vote against this. I don't know that I want to. How many points? I do have a couple. I might use 2 points. I really don't want. I have decent drivers. I want them to matter. I hope this is enough points. It might have been too many. Nope, no, we're good. Plenty good. I mean, I didn't even have to vote, but I'd rather be safe because we did put some investment into our drivers. Better safe than sorry. All right, we do have 1 5-star here. It is United Kingdom 3.4x. That is pretty awesome. And we do have a United Kingdom race coming up soon, don't we? There's only 4 races. When's our United Kingdom race? In 3 races. So that is perfect. So that would actually come out to what? 1.8. About 2 mil, right on 2 mil, I think, right? So that's pretty solid. That's gonna be better than that one for sure. And we don't have Japan anyway. Oh no, we do. The last race, isn't it, Japan? Yes, it is. But that's not gonna matter because this would only go for 4 races, and it's less anyway. I wouldn't go for that one anyway. 1 mil up front, and then we get a potential 2 million payday if we get 7th or above in that one race. I think this is worth it. Let's go for it. Travel Ardennes. Reliability work is completed. Let's go over here, and we're just going to plug in whatever other parts are currently equipped. That's going to be equipped. Those 2 are equipped. And that one's equipped. And we will, I guess, max out the performance. Yeah, doesn't make any difference there. I mean, it makes a difference, but not. This is the right one, I think. Just trickle in some stuff into that. I mean, we could bring it down, just make it a little bit more even, I suppose. Let's make the performance side a little bit shorter. 20 days, perfect. I think that looks good. Should get done by the next race, and sounds good to me. So, do we want to go for the 3rd or above? We've gotten 3rd or above twice in a row. It is double the payment. I don't think we're ready for the 1st, but yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Alrighty. Best part there, second best there. Best part there, second best there. Best part. Ooh, this is a toughie. Which of these is better? Just pure performance or better fuel efficiency? Oh, this is the never mind, the bad part. So yeah, that's the best part. Yeah, but difference of 4 with fuel efficiency, this one is definitely better. And then that's the second best. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good, good, good. And oh, we don't have a risky part here yet. I'll have to take a look at that actually. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do it now before I forget about it. Let's see, that was a, what, the gearbox? No. Brakes, we don't have a risky part. Is there a better brake that we can do that is risky? Actually, no. There are no risky parts for brakes. So never mind. We do basically have the best part there. Alrighty. Let's get to the race. Ardennes. Germany, right? Yep. No, Belgium. I knew that. Why did I say Germany? I'm like Germany, and like in my mind, I'm like, that's wrong. That's wrong. I know where the Ardennes is. I've played too many World War II games to not remember that where the Ardennes is. All right, do that and that. Guess we'll just bump it one direction like we always do. Seems to be working so far. Do something like that. Tire choice. The super softs might be good enough on this one. We're in the 9 to 11. If we're around the 10 lap range, that actually might be worth it. We'll try it. I mean, there's a good chance we're not going to be using that bonus anyway, so don't think it really makes a huge difference. put you right outside and then just change some of this a little bit. Something like that. Good enough. It's in rain today. There is no rain that we can see today. So let's just go. Take our practice. Excuse me. Thought that was going to be a cough and it turned into a yawn. It's weird. Don't ask. Hey, we got an excellent and a great. Go figure. So yeah, actually the great's really frustrating, and I'm going to tell you why here in just a minute. We'll get to you in just a moment. Downforce is fine because we know it's got to go really far, and same for the speed balance. It's got to go really far, but we'll lock you back in. And go. And the reason this is annoying is because I think there's enough space to the right for that to actually be where the excellent is. Oh, no, there's not. Maybe not. It's hard to say. There might be. It's not as much space as I thought there was. Because I was like, that means we'd have to waste a turn going that direction just to see. But it actually might be this other direction. We're going to do that right there. It's about as close as we can get. We'll see what happens. And go with that. All right, we got good, great. Which does mean the excellent could still be in between or to the right or whatever, so still could be somewhere over there or in between the two. Let's get these locked in a little bit more, and then we'll see. Maybe we can split the difference and see if that gives us anything. Let's see, I can't go any further that way. I can if I use the tire stuff. I'm actually going to split the difference just because I have a feeling. Something like that. Alright, let's go with that. Honestly, we're already at 91%. It's fairly acceptable, to be fair. 92% is not too bad either. But I think we can get all the way. Yeah, we'll try that. It's not much on the handling, but it should be getting us a little closer, I think. This probably is workable. Still a little bit of a chase that we're trying to get. It's 96%. There's still a little bit more we could try and find out. But I think we're going to send them out for their last stints here anyway. So let's just do something like that. Maybe that. And just call that good enough. If it gets us higher, then it gets us higher. Not the end of the world. You're probably already really high. 97. I mean, we could try and mess with the handling, but I'm afraid it's just going to mess with the... I guess it doesn't hurt to try. Right. I mean, there's no way because that's just too far. I have a feeling that's too far off. But we'll try it. If it's worse, then we know what to use. Oh, I should have changed the stint. That's all right. If she comes back in early, she comes back in early. It's not the end of the world. Actually, I think it's just right because she'll... I don't think she'll come back in early before the time runs out anyway. Come on, let's go. Third place. It's 11th. That feels pretty good. Go Greaves. Go Greaves. That she jumped all the way to the fastest lap time. Wow, I'm impressed. I feel like he's been slowed down by her a little bit, so it's possible he could have been a little bit faster. Alrighty. seem to be yawning a lot today. I apologize, especially if it's contagious and you start yawning as well. What can I say? I think we are going to try the super softs this time. Is there any rain? None that we can see. We'll check to see if the super softs is... I'm going to try the super rotate again. I mean, if we can use it, we can use it. That'd be awesome. All right. Oh, we did get 3 excellents. Triple excellent, 99%. So we did get... It was worth it. Look at there. Always worth trying for just a little bit more. All right, tire choice. 22 laps, and we are going to get 9 to 11. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, the super softs are exactly when we run all 3 laps for this one. So that is exactly what we want to do. In fact, we're just going to stay on max fuel, honestly. I think that's going to work out perfectly. If I could put more fuel in, I would. You, however... Yeah, you're the same, 9 to 11. And you got a little bit higher on that. That's perfect. And I think we'll go 9 laps too. We'll just run one of y'all maybe a little bit more aggressively for longer. Probably Roland, because he's got the super overtake. Maybe. We'll see. Depends on where they ended up, honestly. They're both neck and neck right now. So it really depends on which one of them just gets a good boost off of the line here. And this first lap or two. Because whoever's ahead probably will pit second. Looks like Roland did a lot better off the line. He does have that super overtake, so it is definitely helping him. We're going to watch him for a bit because he is further up. I'm going to leave him on super overtake quite a bit longer than her. I am going to drop his tires down here in a moment. Although, honestly, I may just leave him pushing for just... We can really abuse this first stint as much as we possibly want because we got plenty to go 2 more stints after that. We only have to go 2 laps or something like that, 2 or 3 laps to be able to milk the last 2 stints on that. So we can really be aggressive this first stint. I mean, if we do start getting into the red, I will drop it down a little bit now because if it gets maxes out red, that's just probably not worth it. It's up to 9th. She's down to 18th. She's just not doing good right now. His form's a lot better at the moment. Honestly, I just don't know if there's any reason to stop them from doing what they're doing. Again, we'll keep an eye on the temperature, but that's about it. Pretty cool day, so I expect neutral to start dropping the temperature back down a little bit. All right. We're going to have to figure out how we want to... I'd really like him to stay on super overtake pretty much the whole time, quite frankly, if he can. And so I may... He may just have to pit first. I may drop her down here in a second. Let's see where they're at when they cross the line. All right, so he's going to come in with maybe 2 laps left before he needs to pit. And she's going to have 3 laps if I drop her down. In fact, if I drop her down to orange right now, she can definitely make 3 laps. I'll pit him in 2. I'll take her to 3. And I think that'll be perfect. Leave him on super overtake. See if he can start passing. Look at that. He just jumped past... Oh, I thought he jumped past 2 guys right there. He almost did. He got past 1 for sure. And he really was close to that second one. But yeah, as soon as he crosses the line here, we will schedule his next pit. And that's fine. That's what, 6, 7 laps in almost? Which, I mean, we'll have to be a little bit more cautious later, but I think that's actually going to work out just fine for him. So, we're going to swap back to super softs again. Fuel options... Oh, is it that aggressive? All right, we'll have to drop him down here, but that's fine. We can do that. I'll do 8 in a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to let him go a little bit further. I'm going to drop this down to high, let him go about half a lap, and then schedule his pit. She's still good on 2 laps. So let's let him go about half a lap just so it can recalculate the things a little bit. No, he still had a little bit of tire left, to be honest. All right. That's going to be good enough, I think. So, again, super softs. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I just wanted to make sure the math kind of did the rounding properly. Nothing that we need to repair. I mean, we could. Nothing there. I don't know if it's even worth trying, though, to be honest. It's basically free, but it's also another chance to be risky. I think we're going to avoid repairing right now. If we have a chance later, the next one, we might do that one. But this one right now, I think we're okay. All right. So he's going to come on for a very early pit. which is fine. And I think we run it pretty aggressively this next stint as well, because if we have to be careful the last stint, that's fine. That could be the stint that he, you know, he's a little more careful. Maybe he's ahead. Maybe he's in first place or something. All right, we're going to fill up, drop it down a little bit. All this looks good. That looks good. We'll drop you down to medium just to make sure the rounding works the way I want it to. I can't believe she's still in 18th. She is having a terrible race right now. Absolutely terrible race. She's just going to have to get a really good pit here or something. Oh, she just passed somebody. That's kind of funny. All right, he's just trying to get back into the mix of things. All right, you're going to go... I think you're going to go and overtake and attack as well. Really trying to push this as much as we possibly can. And the last stint will be the one we have to be careful for if we have to be careful for any of them. Drop down to neutral. Leave you on super overtake. Really hoping that you can just keep pushing your way up. Some of these guys have to pit here in front of you. You should be able to swing right past a bunch of these guys right now. Come on, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Yeah, you're good. You're going to be able to make this corner faster than right. Yes. Yes, you are. 4th place. Good stuff. Really burning through our fuel. We've got to at least make it to lap 13, right? Because that'll leave 9 laps left. Which we should be able to. Still 3 guys ahead of us that have to pit. It's possible a couple of these guys are only going to go for 1 pit. I need to drop down and conserve. We'll leave you on overtake for the moment. Alright, come on, pass these guys. Slingshot up into first. Okay, you are in first. And you're just now passing. I actually think I'm going to drop you down to high for the moment. Because you can get 4 laps in as it is. And that'll give us some cushion for the last one. To see what we want to do with that. Oh, I forgot to check to see what she was at. I'm going to leave her on overtake for now, but she probably needs to drop down pretty quickly here. He's just going to kind of sit in here. Nobody ahead of him. Nobody slowing him down. As long as he's still putting some time on this clock right here, I'm going to just feel like, oh, is this a full-on leaving the garage and everything? Wow. No. I mean, I would love to pit in, but no, I don't think we can. If it was at lap 12 right now, absolutely we'd be pitting in because that'd be our last pit. We wouldn't have to do another one. We've got 12 laps left. There's no way. I don't think there's any way we can stretch. I mean, we can technically stretch 9 laps into that far if we really baby the engine. No, I think we're gonna have to just keep doing what we're doing. Although this does mean we drop down to here because, and that's gonna save us a little bit, but it's really gonna stack people up on him. He's not gonna get the gap that I was really wanting him to keep. That's unfortunate. Man, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think we can pit right now. If we had, this is really bad for us. I think this is really bad for us. Honestly, it depends on if anybody around us pits. If people around us start pitting, then we may have to look at pitting. So we'll check here when we're getting close to the pit lane to see if anybody around us is pitting as well. If people around us are pitting as well, we might have to, even if all it means is that we get to go a little bit aggressive for a little bit longer. Because we're going to have to get another pit later anyway, right? In theory, I don't know if we could stretch the fuel that long. I know we could stretch the tires that long. Don't know if we could stretch the fuel that long. I don't think anybody around us is pitting. Can't see the people here, but I'm pretty sure I would be able to see them right now if they were. Yeah, nobody pit. So I think this is the right move. Just stay on it where we're at. I think just basically everybody's going to have to pit one more time anyway, so that's fine. There's no rain to worry about. So, yeah, no, I think this is the right move. Just, I might have been able to pit there and stretch it to the end. It would have been hard. It would have been real hard. I don't know if that would have been the right move. I'd rather just go aggressive, I think. Let's start putting a little bit, if we can. I don't know if it'll let us put some heat into the tires at this. I'd like to try and get a little heat in the tires. It looks like it's coming off the bottom a little bit. Yeah, I think we're okay. As long as we get it off that bottom. As soon as this guy gets close to the pit, I'm just going to max back out again because I know my reaction time is going to be poor. So, in fact, we're going to go on full on attack. So I'm going to miss. I think it's technically when he crosses the line. Yeah. So next time I'll make sure I'll do a bit better next time. All right. He's going to have to pit here, isn't he? You know, we're going to drop him down to high. I know he can get 2 more laps because he's a little bit past the line. He should be able to get 2 more laps at high. You were probably at around 3.9, so 3 laps at red, or at least 2 laps at red and 1 at orange. Probably okay. So I think this is fine. All right, let's try this. Come on, hold on to your buddy. Let's get some time here. I want to get some gap here. So he should be able to cross the line here. And it's not a whole lot. In fact, we may want to drop him down. It is going to be 8 laps once we're done fueling up. So we're going to max it out again because I want to be able to push as much as I possibly can. We're not going to repair any parts. I mean, again, technically we could. You know what? It's getting a little bit low. We might as well take a little bit of a risk there. I am going to drop you down to yellow. Just try to get a little bit better round here. And you are going to drop down to orange for 2 laps. And that's going to be okay. She's up to 6th. If we get some really good pits here, we might be able to slingshot her up more. I'm worried about him. If he gets a bad pit, for example, he could lose all his spots. Come on. Come on. Roland. Early pit. Nobody else is pitting right now. So we should be able to just... One good thing is we'll have a lot of open space. So we're going to have 8 laps. Really, we have to stay on high the whole time. We're going to just go high and push. We can't really do super overtake. I mean, I could save it and try and push super overtake towards the end. But I think we're just going to do that. Same thing for you. We're going to fill you up. Part condition looks good here. Pit strategy looks good. Let's go ahead and go. Come on. Go, go, go. We have a chance here. I want to get 2 podiums. I definitely want to get first. Definitely want to get first. I think we deserve first. I'm tempted to have pushed him further now. You know what? I am going to push him further now. Because I want him to get caught up with these guys. To be right on their tail as these guys pit in. So that he's slingshotting past them. Come on, get past all these guys. Get past all these guys. Get past all these guys. Okay, so that feels pretty good. I'm going to drop you back down to... I'm going to leave you on super overtake just a little bit longer. If I have to go low once we get in first place, so be it. But I really want you to get caught up with these guys. If these guys don't pit this time, though, I'm definitely going to drop it back down. I'm going to drop this down to push, though. Come on, pit in, guys. Pit in. Alright, there's a couple more pits. Alright, I think once we get past these guys, we're going to have to drop it back down again. In fact, we may even drop it all the way down to yellow. And neutral. Just settle in. Just have to catch up with these guys as best you can. We'll have to check the timings once he crosses the line here in a second. You're going to drop down to neutral and leave you on high for the moment. I think you're okay on high for quite a while. A lot of these guys have to pit right now, right? Yeah, look at how many pit just now. Go, 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 go. Get past him, get past him, get past him. You got this. Yeah, we're back up to 4th. And the 3 guys ahead of us have to pit, right? We're going to drop down to conserve. Drop down to conserve. Just get that temperature out of there. We just crossed the line with how many laps left to go? 5 and 5. We might even be able to go orange later. You can actually go red here in a minute. In fact, I think you can go red right now. I'll leave you on neutral. Got a little bit more tire than he does anyway. You're up to 7th and 4th, but there's 2 people ahead of you that don't have to pit again. So if you can pass them on your own, so be it. But I don't think you're getting a podium finish, unfortunately. As long as this is still growing, we'll keep an eye on this. If this is growing, we're good. All right, 2 people pit now. You should be able to get past them. He's in 2nd. First place has to pit this lap. They have to pit this lap. No, it's starting to shrink a little bit. Graves is really, I mean, she's getting pushed from behind right now. All right, we'll check the lap timings once we cross the line here with what, 3 laps left to go. 3 laps left to go. We can go orange here and neutral here. And 3 laps left to go. Can stay on red, right? I'm like, yeah, we can stay on red and yellow. Okay. We'll do that. Come on, guys. All right, we're just going to go ahead and speed it up because there's not much else we can do here. Let's get through this last little bit here as quickly as possible. I just realized this first episode's going 35. This first race is going 35 minutes. Final lap, right? We're still good. 1.1, 1.3. It's really... I think he's fine. He actually doesn't have much of a gap behind him, to be fair. I don't think there's nothing else we can do, though, other than push. Her, again, there's also nothing else we can do except maybe push. We might as well. Come on, guys. Stay in there, buddy. Stay up, stay up, stay up. It's gonna be... No, I think he's going to get past. He's right on his tail. Right on his tail. Nothing I can do about it, though. And she's just can't get past third. We got it. We got first. First and fourth. Man, I would love to have 2 podiums again. I mean, don't get me wrong. 4th is amazing, but... so close. They both started really far behind, to be fair. 15th and 16th or whatever it was to get 1st and 4th. Pretty good. All things considered. I actually wonder where these other 2 guys started. What was it? Vincent and Santor? We'll check here in a second. I think it tells us in this next screen. I think. Oh, hopefully one of those 2 guys got caught, right? No. Who got the fastest lap? You got the fastest lap way down here at number 18. Good for you. Like, seriously. Wow. Let's see here. Oh, that was it. That was the thing that told me where they started, right? That's all right. I missed it. No big deal. We are slingshotted back up into first place now. Or I say back up to... Finally up into first place. Again, I don't know if we're going to take the advancement this go around or not, but we shall see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully these guys, come on, get your adaptability at the next level. 4 is terrible. There we go. There's a 5. It's at least yellow now. Oh, it's fitness. What happened to your neck, buddy? Dodgy neck for 8 weeks. I think we still race him. I don't think there's any reason to drop him, honestly. We did get our extra money, so that was could have gone for the first place money, but I think the third place money was pretty happy with that, actually. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna pause it just for a second on this one because I gotta go jump up, take care of something, but I'm gonna continue the video. It's gonna be a really long video, but that's okay. I will be right back. All right, I'm back from my little pause. Obviously, for you guys, it was not even you didn't even notice, but for me, I had to pause it for a minute. Just in case you wondered why there was a little bit of a stutter. Here we go. Greaves at certain pace, yes. She did good in practice, for sure. Roland had to apologize to the representative from Ardennes Day after he soaked her in a shower of champagne spray at the podium. What are your thoughts on his behavior? Clear lack of respect. I don't think so. You should expect to get soaked. All right, lowered his happiness, but come on. That's the right thing. Right. All right, no issues. Unfortunately, yeah, that's really unfortunate. Well, we'll just hopefully he does okay. He's in the second best car, and he still got first place. I mean, again, she did get 4th from 16th. I just don't know what her problem is. Like, maybe she's got some overtaking problems or something. I'll have to check that here in a second. Yeah, there's a 15 there, but we ain't going to take a 72. We're also not taking an 86. We're not taking an 81. We're not taking an 80. The 91 is borderline, and the 214s are also borderline, but no. I think we're just going to take what we got. Let's see what kind of mistake percentages we have here. There is a 0.8. So let's move this up to the 0.8. And then there's a 0.7, right? Yeah, down here. Oh, wrong person. Just put my 0.8 back in there. 0.4, 0.5 is the highest, and we do have a 0.1 here. And then I think 0.4 is the next highest, and we have a 0.2. So, yes. So now we got to do this part. Looks like 16 is the highest. Oh no, sorry, I already got a front jack. I need the highest rear jack, which is actually a 19. I guess that's okay. It's hard to say. I might just put this 14 up there. I still think that might be where the slowest one that gets going, but let's actually see. So we're at 1.01 second on jacks. So if we move you up here, that puts you at 0.58. That's almost a half second difference. Oh wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna put you in there, and we're gonna put the 13 in there, and then we're just gonna experiment here real quick. So refueling is at 9.17. If I put you there, oh, it's tire. Sorry. Let me check it again. Let's go back. I guess I gotta check there, but it's fine. Tires is at 2.13 seconds. If I swap you around, we're at almost a full second. So never mind, that's actually better. Yes, the jack takes a full second. It takes a half second longer, but the tires takes a second less. So that's even better. And then we'll take this refueling down to here. Looks good. 1819 is pretty awesome. Actually leaves a pretty good fixing here. It's just as an experiment. So Jax is at 1.15. If I put you in here, yeah, I was gonna say it go. I figured it would go with whoever's the slowest. And slowest right now is 13, and so unless that's just not enough of a difference, that could also be it. But I assumed something like that would be the case. But honestly, we're gonna put you back because we might as well have the 16 fixing. But I just would. It was an experiment to see kind of what, you know, is it the lowest one or whatever. Actually, the 14 here is better. We're at 1.15. If I slip the 14 up here, 1.01. So yeah, there you go. That's a little bit better. And it actually helps the fixing as well. So that is good. No, I like it. There's a 15 down here, but we definitely want the 18 for the refueling. So there's also a couple 19s, but we like the 17s. So nope, I think I'm happy with this. That car repair's finished. Let's go see what we're improving. Everything's going to get done in time. And I think that's all the performance and all the reliability. Oh, except for the risky parts, but we can do those after this race. Or after these get done. In fact, we'll balance these out just so we're kind of even. Looks good to me. And I think I'm planning on staying in this league one more season, no matter what happens. And the reason for that is because I did have put some time into some part improvements, and I kind of want to be a little bit more careful with my part improvements going into the next league because I just don't think we're going to need them as much. So yeah, all this still looks okay. Yeah, because I mean, my understanding is that whatever you improve in the league below, it just gets completely erased because you're just getting a baseline from the next league up anyway. So we spent some decent, a little bit of money trying to get some good parts that's go around. Now that's assuming that I can even, actually don't want to vote because I think next season will be our last one. Let me think. If I vote, what would I vote for that would help me going into the season after that? The only thing that I could think of that would help me would be very high merit payments. That would be the only thing, and I think that actually might be worth $1 million. I think that's worth $1 million. Because if I think I'm going to be doing good next season, then so I'm sorry, that I should have selected it. I think that actually will end up paying off more than the $1 million I'm trying to come up with. So very high merit payments. We're going to push for first place next season, I hope, without having to spend too much money on improvements, which is going to be a little hard to come up with, but I think this is worth $1 million because I think we're in a state now where we're going to be getting pretty high on the list of, let's Let's make sure the performance stuff's done. Upcoming race, 40% chance of rain. There's a reliability. There's our pit crew. They like our pit crew. There we go. There's the idle factory. So let's... none of these are going to be higher than that, so there's no point in improving any of these. Those are our two best parts, two best parts, two best parts. This would be our best part, so we will improve that. Second best part is there, so we will leave that. And best part is there. Second best part is that. We might as well do the reliability because we can, but I don't think it. Pretty confident it does makes no difference. Honestly, these don't really matter. We'll just even it out. Because why not? Because we have plenty of time. All right, we are going to vote for this and put all our points in because I think we have the chance to be first place. It's actually probably good that we put all our votes in because, I mean, don't get me wrong, we didn't need them all, but if I'd only put a single vote in, we would have tied, and there's a good chance we would have lost. So we had to at least put a couple points in. All right, so very high merit. So we have to get first place next season to benefit from that. Or it's possible that second or third would do, but if we're not getting second or third, then we're stuck in this league longer than I would like. So no, we're taking both guys. No, we're not leaving you at home. And this is not our England one, so we're not doing that one yet. So we're going to continue to do third or above. I think that's okay. If we get another first place, then fine. We'll adjust. But that's going to be fine. We don't need to change any parts. And let's go race. Going to be a really long episode, but that's all right. Maybe I can zip through this race a little bit quicker. Try not to be over an hour on the episodes. Some people have said that they don't mind the long episodes since we get 2 races in. Hopefully that's true. It does mean I get less, quite frankly, it does mean I get less ad revenue, I think. Because, I mean, there are more ads in a longer episode, but I get more views for multiple episodes, if that makes sense. So it hurts me maybe ever so slightly, but as long as it keeps it more interesting, then I'm okay with it. All right. Do that, do that, do that, something like that. That's perfect. 9 to 11, so I think we can do the softs again. I would prefer to be on softs anyway. Oh no, we got intermediates. We don't know for sure it's going to rain on the race day though. We don't. I mean, it's going to get wet enough to be wet here. So I think we go ahead and go with the softs. Just that's fine. Ever so slightly that way. Besides, we have a part that only gets benefits if it's run on softs anyway. All right, let's do this quick. Do this quick. Come on, let's just get pure accidents across the board already. Obviously, it's never going to happen, but would be funny. Very poor across the board. The exact opposite. 30%. Wow, that's pretty low. Won't be all right. That. Something like that. Something like that. And go. You actually got it good. Good for you. 64%. Won't be poor on downforce. Something like that. That. Actually, that's pretty good. Go with that. Excellent. And a great. Bet we're about 85 or higher. 91. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I can live with that. If I needed to. Get a little more out of the downforce. Something of that nature. Very poor. It's a little bit off of that. It's fine. Something like that. Something like that. Go for that. Oh, forgot to do you. 73. I mean, it's pure pours to pure okays. Kind of funny. A bit more there. Bit there. And a bit more there. Something like that, maybe. Try that. All right. Good stuff. Wrong thing. The wrong button. 96%. I can live with 96%, but I think we can get a little bit more. We went from very poor to great to great. It's possible the handling is... Actually, I don't know that we're going to get the handling much better. Because in order to change the handling, I have to change some of these other ones. I mean, I would like it to be a little higher than 96. I mean, I can try. I'm not really expecting that we'll be able to really get it without messing up this other one. But we'll try this. We'll do something at least. Maybe it's 97. Maybe even if it's 2 excellent or something, it could still be 97 or something. Wow, you're just... That's really strange. Very, very poor all the way down. Okay's all the way down. Good's all the way down. That is really unusual. Okay. So you literally are just the same amount off on all of these the whole time. It's kind of funny. So we're not bringing you back in. Bring you back in though. We're really having trouble getting you locked in here. Taking us a lot longer than I would like. I don't know that we're gonna get level 3 stuff. There we go. At least we got 2 excellence and a great. We'll try 98%. I'm okay with that. I will try just a smidge more, just to get a little bit maybe on the downforce. I'm not really hoping for much. I'm not expecting much, I should say. We're going to send you out for as much as we possibly can. I really hope we can get 3 on the race trim. I don't care about the soft tires as much. Really want to get the race trim, guys. Come on. Come on. I think we got it right. Yeah, we got a minute left. We should have time. It's close. Got it with what, 4 seconds left. I mean, it would have at least finished the lap, so I think we still had some cushion, but a lot closer than I would have liked. I like that we were second on speed behind someone who was running inters. Is that true? I don't know if that's true or not. Of course, it's a sunny day today, so I'm kind of glad we didn't focus on the inters. Let's see here. Looks good. Looks good. All right. I don't think we're going to need to fix it. And I definitely don't think we're going to need the medium tires. So we're going to go soft tires. It's not as much as I would have liked, but that's what happens when it's raining. And we'll take the super overtake and race trim here. And we did get that 1 more percent. I thought we might get it 1 more percent, so that's good. 9 to 11. Yeah, that's fine. We could do 9 laps times 3 is 27, so that works out. 10 laps here is good too. And then 98 to 99. We did actually get you 1% more as well. I'll take it. And driver strategies. We're just going to go all out crazy this first stint at least. Let's see where we go from there. Come on, guys. Not the greatest start in the world. And I know he's injured, so it's probably going to hurt his form a lot. I'm just going to go up to 12x right away. Really let these guys push it as much as they possibly can for this first stint. I'll give them a couple laps as is. I'll drop this down to push, though. It is getting pretty hot on the temperature. What's the temperature overall? It's 80. It's actually really hot. So we're going to drop this down to neutral. And even that's probably going to start gaining temperature. All right, we'll cross the line again. I will see where we are at. All right, there's the line. 5.5. If I drop down to orange, I can get you 5 laps. I'm going to drop you down to orange. I'm going to leave you on super overtake. I'm going to drop you down to conserve. Drop you down to conserve. Check the line here. 4.7. So you can go 4 laps with a little bit left over. I think that's great. You're going to be able to go, if I drop you down just regular overtake, you go 3 laps. You might be able to go 3 laps as is, especially if I drop down the last lap or something. We'll try this. You can at least go 1 more lap. You can go 2 laps on high. I think that's fine. We'll do 2 laps on high. It's really not getting the positioning I would like. Alright, we're going to go ahead and schedule your pit. We're going to come back on softs. You do have to be a little bit more careful here with the fuels and stuff because we're barely going to have enough to stay on high. We can't go super overtake again anytime soon, I don't think. Probably have to keep it on high for much of the rest of the race. Unless I go yellow and then super overtake afterwards, which is doable, but we'll do neutral and high for now. We are going to pitch you. Softs. Fill up just a little bit less. Park conditions great. Pit strategy's fast. Yes. Put you back on yellow. Let you guys just kind of cruise the middle of this section here on orange and yellow and just hope that you guys can do something. I don't know. Not really feeling it this race for some reason. Didn't feel like we were doing as good as we did last race. Although she's doing better than she did last race. Compared to him, that is. But he's also hurt. 3rd and 7th. I mean, we're at least above sponsor objective. It's pretty nice. Let's drop down to 4th. 6 points. She can just barely go 6.6. So she should stay orange for a couple more laps. Probably drop down to yellow here in a minute. And then you... 5.5. You're right at there, orange as well. So you'll probably drop down to yellow in a minute as well. But you can stay on orange for the moment. Come on, guys. If I don't podium this race, then my hopes of staying in this league next season and for this next season and just milking a first place run because our cars we're just doing better than everybody else may not be true. You know, look how far first place is ahead of everybody. They're so far ahead of everybody. All right, we got to drop down to conserve. Drop down to conserve. You have 3 laps left. Man, we're getting held up back here big time. Now we're dropped down to 5th. We are doing really bad. I know our tires are already worn out here, but that's all right. We'll be all right. Can we make it on softs? Barely, but I think we can. Yeah, because we'll have 9 laps left. We should be all right. Let's go ahead and actually we're going to cancel this. I'm going to let you go half a lap on like medium just to get a little bit more kind of fuel, get the calculation better. It's just not our race, apparently. Can't afford to fix you. Do that. I'm even going to drop you down to low just for a little bit, just to make sure the rounding does what I want it to do. All right, we're going to pitch you. Softs as well. Same thing. You're having some issues, so never mind. We're going to drop you down to just low for just half a lap. All right, you should... We're on lap... I can't remember. I have to check here in a second. I think we can go high and neutral at least. We'll check here at the math here in a moment. All right, we should be able to check you. Yeah, it's a little bit, so that's fine. All right, when you cross the line again here in a moment, we're going to figure out exactly how much fuel we have for the rest of the race. Right there. 8.8 with 8 laps remaining, so you can stay on orange the entire time. Orange and yellow looks good to me. You can go up to orange and yellow, I'm sure of it. Possibly even red for a little bit. I don't think we're getting our sponsor objective this run. Just not feeling this race. All right, 8.8 with 7 laps remaining, so we can actually go overtake for a bit. I'm going to go overtake and push until we start worrying about the red. You're kind of on autopilot. We're not even going to touch you, except maybe to pup you down to conserve here in a minute. Yeah, see, even somebody just pit and got out ahead of us. I mean, we're not having a good race. But I don't know how much more we couldn't have pushed it much more. 5 laps remaining, still okay for red for just a little bit longer. Yeah, we're gonna be 5th place if that. 4 laps, 4.7. Probably one more lap on red here. We need to drop on the conserve though. Yeah, we're just not catching 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. Really bad race. Not really that happy with this race. Drop you down to conserve probably as well. And you should be fine on high. Right at, so I think we're fine. Kind of leave it on autopilot for these last 3 laps. Not a good race. Not a good race at all. I don't know what else we could have done. I really don't know what else we could have done. Better tire management, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to stock that up to him being injured. I mean, she was, what, 4th last race, 5th this race, so maybe that's just where she's at. So maybe it was just that he was injured, and that's why we weren't doing better, but I don't know what else we could have done. It's unfortunate I not get that money. Really unfortunate I not get that money. Like quite a bit too, like several seconds. We were 5 seconds off of 3rd place. I mean, 3rd place went from 3rd to 2nd. We went from 12th to 5th. Or no, we went up 12 spots. We went from 17th to 5th. They went up from 6th to 3rd. Okay, that's what it was. They only went up from... So these guys only went up 4 spots. These guys only went up 3rd spots. I had to go up 12 spots just to get to 5th. These guys, he only had to go up 5 spots. So I had one of the largest jumps. Now, Nightingale had the largest by far, for sure. 16 spots, that's a lot. Just not as good as I was hoping we'd be at this point in the season. I mean, we're still in 1st place. I still think we could win. It's just, do we... If I can't guarantee that we can win next season, then we can't stay in this league, right? Can't win next season with minimal parts. Like, we might just make, like, a part, you know, for each one just to get a little bit. But really the goal is to save as much money as we can next season. Man, we just lost all that money. At 600,000 bucks at least if we'd gone for the 7th or above. It's rough. All right, well, there's our save. We're well over what I would normally like to be, over an hour at the moment. We'll just have to do better next race. Next race is our England race. We have an opportunity to get some good money back. We'll see. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.